We're standing on the brink of what could be one of the most pivotal off-seasons in recent Warriors history, and it all comes down to shoring up that wing position. Last season's playoff run exposed the simple truth: Golden State needs a relentless point-of-attack defender who can also stretch the floor and take significant pressure off the likes of Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson on offense. As we head into the next 48 hours of free agency madness, multiple streams of intel suggest the Warriors are about to pivot aggressively, potentially reshaping their entire perimeter rotation. First up, word from several back channels is that Gary Payton II, known affectionately as GB2, has been designated doubtful to return. Payton's tenure in the Bay has been defined by ups and downs, flashes of brilliant in the trenches defense, a championship ring, but also nagging injuries that limited his availability and consistency. On one hand, you hate to lose a locker room veteran who embodies the blue-collar grit Golden State cherishes. On the other, you can't ignore the roster's glaring need for more reliable two-way production night in and night out, a player who can guard the league's quickest wings and still pop open for an open corner three. When the offense stalls, with GB2 likely moving on, the question becomes, who fills that void? According to trusted sources close to the organization, the Warriors are laser-focused on landing a bona fide perimeter stopper who can also hit shots off the catch. They're exploring every avenue: free agency, sign and trades, even the mid-level exception if necessary, to find a player who brings more stability and consistency than what GB2 could offer over a grueling 82-game schedule. The names being whispered: Herb Jones and Nickel Alexander-Walker headline the list. Let's start with Nickel, or NAW as he's known to fans. At 26 years old, he's in the prime of his career, fresh off a breakout postseason with Minnesota where he averaged just under 10 points per game, knocked down 38% of his attempts from deep, and an astonishing 47% on corner triples, while logging heavy minutes guarding some of the toughest wings in the playoffs. He's that rare blend of tenacious defender and reliable off-ball sniper, exactly the mold of player Steve Kerr covets. Landing an AW on a Warriors team that already boasts unparalleled playmakers in Curry and Thompson could be a real 1-2 punch. He takes responsibility for dispatching the opponent's best wing, then circulates those extra kickouts to Golden State's world-class shooters, keeping the defense honest and opening driving lanes for the Warriors. Signing someone like Na to the mid-level exception, or even trimming elsewhere to free up more cap, would represent a home run move capable of altering the franchise's trajectory. Then there's Herb Jones, a two-time all-defensive candidate whose length and instincts make him one of the most disruptive wings in the league. Last year, he averaged 10 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists while locking down passing lanes, picking nearly the steals per contest, and frustrating opposing stars with his near-illegal wingspan. He's not going to lead the league in three-point percentage. His shooting slid to around 31%, but imagine the uptick his percentages would see in Golden State's motion offense, where every defender is preoccupied with stopping Curry, Klay, and Andrew Wiggins. Even if Herb struggles early from deep, the gravity he commands defensively and his ability to generate transition chances could justify a trade package that nets him from New Orleans to the Bay. If the Warriors play their cards right, they could swoop in under the radar, leverage their cap space and attractive roster, and pry him loose for far less than a blockbuster haul. But free agency isn't the only battleground. Another intriguing option has emerged: Dorian Finney-Smith. After declining his player option with Los Angeles, the veteran wing labored on a Detroit and Brooklyn circuit before landing a two-way role in Hollywood. There, he thrived, delivering stout defense against LeBron James and Anthony Davis while draining 41% from deep and an absurd 45% from the corners. At 32, he isn't the rising youngster that Na or Herb represents, but DFS brings playoff-tested toughness, position versatility, and a proven track record of hitting shots in crucial moments. Plus, he's familiar with Kerr's defensive principles, having squared off against Golden State in multiple postseason bouts. The price tag, it could well be in the range of $10 to $12 million per year, a luxury the Warriors can afford if they're willing to part with a draft pick or two to clear roster spots. So picture this: Curry, Thompson, Wiggins, Finney-Smith, and James Wiseman, or whoever manned the 5 on opening night next season, a starting 5 that marries Splash Bro offense with lockdown defense, built for the playoffs from the ground up. Or swap Wiseman's minutes for Draymond's shift to the 5, slide Finney-Smith to the 4, and unleash yet another defensive dynamo without sacrificing shooting. The permutations are tantalizing, and that doesn't even include the whisper network of other names, role players, young breakouts, buyout candidates still percolating beneath the surface. What matters is that the Warriors' front office appears primed to pounce on anyone who fits that elite perimeter defender mold, whether via free agency, sign and trade, or mid-season maneuvering. For fans, it means staying glued to your notifications from tonight through the next 2 days as the ripple effects of every signing reshuffle the deck. Will GB to find a new home elsewhere? Almost certainly. Will the Warriors land a superstar wing to complement Curry? That remains to be seen. But the consensus is that they won't rest until they've added the missing piece. A player capable of neutralizing elite scorers and stepping into open looks without hesitation. As free agency erupts in mere hours, keep your eyes peeled for the official announcements. But trust the back channel intel. Golden State's wing rotation is about to look very different. And every move they make over these next 48 hours could define their title odds for the entire decade. As the dust settles on the initial frenzy of signings, the Warriors' front office will pivot quickly to the intertwined puzzles of roster balance and financial flexibility. Assuming they land one of the aforementioned wings, their next challenge will be maintaining enough cap space to absorb a mid-season buyout addition, or to facilitate a trade that fills the remaining gaps without mortgaging long-term viability. Golden State has always prided itself on adaptability, switching lineups, experimenting with small ball units, and unleashing unconventional starting fives. Yet this summer demands a different kind of ingenuity, one that fuses the familiar depth lineup ethos with fresh bodies capable of surviving extended playoff series. That means keeping at least one minimum salary slot open for a veteran guard who can spell Curry or play off him without defensive liabilities, as well as preserving flexibility around the center position in case a tantalizing rim protector becomes available once the trade moratorium lifts. Remember, the Warriors nearly pulled off a blockbuster last season when the idea of shipping Andrew Wiggins out for a true backup point guard circulated. That notion may resurface if they believe the offensive upside of pairing Curry with a more traditional facilitator outweighs the defensive downgrade. Conversely, if the back channel intel proves accurate and someone like Nickel Alexander Walker opts for a longer-term deal with less money elsewhere, Golden State could find itself refocusing on trade options, potentially dipping into their cache of future second-rounders to pry loose a defensive specialist such as Matty Thibble, or a versatile wing like Saddiq Bey. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive dubs. Updates, let's keep going. In a shocking twist that has sent ripples through the NBA world, rumors are swirling that Chris Paul, one of the league's most respected and skilled point guards, is poised to make an unexpected return to the Golden State Warriors. Sources close to the situation suggest that Paul is gearing up for what many are calling his last dance, alongside none other than Steph Curry, the Warriors superstar and one of the greatest shooters in basketball history. This potential reunion would mark a stunning chapter in both players' careers, as Paul, known for his veteran leadership and clutch playmaking, looks to add a new dimension to a Warriors team that has been chasing championship glory. The buzz began when insiders hinted at behind-the-scenes talks between Paul's camp and the Warriors' front office, stirring speculation about a blockbuster move that could reshape the NBA landscape. If true, this move could be a game-changer for Golden State. Steph Curry, already a 2-time MVP and 3-time NBA champion, has been searching for the perfect complement to elevate the Warriors back to their championship peak. Chris Paul's arrival would bring not only elite ball handling and court vision, but also a fierce competitive spirit and championship pedigree, qualities that could reignite the Warriors' dominance in the Western Conference. Fans and analysts alike are buzzing about the potential on-court chemistry between Curry and Paul. The pair's combined experience and basketball IQ could make the Warriors' offense nearly unstoppable. Imagine Paul orchestrating plays, distributing the ball with surgical precision, while Curry lights up the scoreboard with his unparalleled shooting range. This combination could spell trouble for any defense in the league. However, the rumor also raises questions about the Warriors' salary cap situation and roster dynamics. Adding a veteran star like Paul would require some strategic moves, possibly involving trades or roster adjustments. Still, the allure of a championship run with two of the game's most electrifying point guards seems to be driving these talks forward. While neither Chris Paul nor the Golden State Warriors have confirmed anything officially, the mere possibility has ignited a frenzy among fans, media, and NBA insiders. Could this be the final chapter in Paul's illustrious career? Will Curry finally get the co-star he needs to reclaim NBA supremacy? The NBA offseason just got a whole lot more interesting, and all eyes are on Golden State as this story unfolds. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor this developing saga. If the whispers prove true, the Golden State Warriors could soon be welcoming back a legend for one last championship push. The NBA world waits with bated breath for what might be the most exciting last dance the league has seen in years. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.